like personalized medicine, we talk about it, but we don't really believe it coming yet. What is it next year? Same with the price pressure up here. I just put some things up here that no matter what we do, this is what will happen. We do get larger pressure on price from the government. We do get large pressure because the elderly population is growing. We all will get 100 years soon. So the need for medicine is increasing rapidly. We will not be able to afford the medicine. So no matter what we do, the price will go down. So what we see right now, of course, especially in the so-called big pharma industry, is a pressure coming because of the generics, not really because of any of this stuff up here, but really coming due to patents. I think we hear the number of $50 billion patents running out the next 3 years. And this is really what's shifting the industry. And you can say a few companies, like the company I represent, Genentech, has maybe patents running out 5 years later. So we just see the same problem 5 years later. But no matter what is listed, it's the reduced volume, it's the small batches coming on. We as one company, I'm not sure we're alone here, are beginning to close down the big facilities because we need smaller facilities. We need much smaller batches. So I just want to quote one thing that I think, you can read anything in the news right now, but very, very saying about what we need and capture most of this stuff, because we don't know when this future will hit us. But so just one quote here, don't even remember who wrote it, but most important will be the responsiveness of the facility to changing demands and its ability to accommodate new products at different scales. That's really what we're facing again. So the situation that I think we have at Genentech, and I believe a lot of companies have, we have all these facilities, but we really need something different. But we have the facilities, so how do we change them into what we need when we at the same time are dealing with those regulatory challenges we just heard about this morning? So just put some requirements up here. It's all about reducing what we do, and it's really about increasing agility. How do we create higher agility? So talking about some of the quality issues up here, I don't know about you guys, but I can tell you examples that I think is pretty normal. You make a change in a piece of software, it takes maybe 4 hours to make the change. It takes 5 weeks to get it through before we're done. And this is a pretty normal situation. I've seen flow diagrams over one software change that is 4 pages long. And you can say, okay, this is how we work, but it's really because we totally messed up the business process around what we do. I often get the question from my people that it's not really the software or the automation that's the problem, it's the business process. Yeah, but you put in the system that require a business process to be dealt with. So every time you have 2 business processes you have to deal with. So that's the problem we have. We create the need for business process. It's not quality who creates the problem for us. We are creating the issue. So the more agility, the more we can put into the systems for this. So design for manufacturing flexibility, I just put some suggestions. This is really what I want to hear from, of course, especially Emerson, but also the whole industry. So design for manufacturability, quality by design, PAT, end-to-end integration. Some of all these, I don't know if anybody heard the John Meinerich presentation about Class A yesterday, which talks to a lot about end-to-end integration, which is really what we're striving for. General recipes, when I started in the SADA industry, 20 years ago, we talked about the general recipe concept. Who in them have implemented that out there? So we want that. We want to be able to take a recipe all the way down from late stage development and move it all the way through very quickly. We don't see the pressure right now, but in the clinical world, they are reducing time every year, and suddenly the whole issue is how fast can we move these molecules